I remember in sixth grade, I was pretty much happy to be the shy kid in the corner. I didn't really want any friends. And I remember, especially one time, I'd always stay inside at recess. And I remember Dr. Monahan was the teacher, and he'd say, "Joseph, go outside and play." Oh, okay. And it's like a dozen instances of those that just really pushed me to really, I was able to better see the relationships that were happening around me, and I really desired that. I wanted to have good friends. I wanted to be part of this community that I was in. And through the invitation of other students and really the encouragement of the faculty, I was able to really participate more in that and to become and have those relationships that I wanted to have.
I think when someone goes to St. Ambrose, they struggle at first because it's hard. And at face value, it looks like the teachers are beating you into the ground with homework. But when it comes to the end, I know that I've been formed in ways that I wouldn't be formed anywhere else. These challenges, they start in the classroom, and I'm able to excel at them in the classroom. And everywhere else, in the workplace, in sports, I've faced those challenges, and I'm not scared now. I see them, and I know I'm gonna excel.
My favorite class at St. Ambrose would be Advanced Logic. We'll come in with these questions to ask Dr. Joy about our faith, and he knows the answer, but he'll want us to figure it out on our own. And I think that's a really wonderful skill to have for the real world, because you won't always have a Dr. Joy there to tell you the right answer. And the ability to collaborate with those other people and reach our own answers has been really inspiring.
It's not so much about the grades, it's more about learning. Religion classes really helped me to take the religion as my own, not just taking my parents' word for it. We're really diving into the Bible, into the catechism, and really finding the truth that is there and being able to accept that and claim it for my own.
At St. Ambrose, they really challenge you to pray. We pray before all the classes, we pray before lunch, we pray at the end of the day, the beginning of the day. And this new chapel that we have, the new oratory, I've learned that going there to start my study halls is probably the best thing I've ever done in my life. Everything is a reminder that our life is centered on Christ. So I can go into the oratory, into our little chapel for 5 minutes and tell God, I'm having a rough day, I'm having a great day. And maybe I don't hear his answer, but there's peace. I can feel peace. And some friends of mine and I have started going there every study hall and just praying together. And it's really built up our friendships a lot, where we can feel a connection to God, and at the same time, we can feel a connection to each other in this small and quiet space. They really helped me to understand the beauty of our faith, in that it's a race, but we're supposed to help get each other to heaven. And I think St. Ambrose has really taught me how to become a man of Christ, instead of what the rest of the world might think a man might look like.
I had upperclassmen who would ask me about my prayer life. They'd be like, "Hey, Junie, do you pray a daily rosary?" And I'm like, "No, that's really scary. I don't know if I have time for that." And they're like, "You really should. It'll change your life." And being in a place where people aren't afraid to say something like that and to point you in the right direction has really fully changed me fundamentally. And I couldn't have done it without the people that I surrounded myself with when coming to the school.
I think that St. Ambrose just so strongly encourages that you spread your faith and you're open about your faith and you're not afraid of sharing your faith with other people. It's really important that we keep doing that. Not only at a Catholic school where we're free to do that, but also in the world where sometimes things in the world are telling us that being Catholic is bad and all these things are not good. But no, this is the truth. This is what we believe in, and we're going to stand up for it because we know that Jesus is Lord and that he's the center of everything that we do.
It means so much to be here at Holy Name Heights. I've been at 4 different locations in my time at St. Ambrose. As a Catholic, I think that's really beautiful to have a place that you can call your own. And as a student, it makes for a super supportive environment.
All the new spaces really help us to open up to the rest of the world, where we can have people come watch the basketball games in our own gym. We had the soccer game in our own field. Instead of needing to go to other places, we can invite people to here, to St. Ambrose. So it feels a lot more like it's my home. And I feel like I belong to this building.
There's such a peace that comes with that. Jesus, he said, blessed are the peacemakers, because now that we have peace, I feel like that St. Ambrose will flourish in ways that it never has before. I think that it will grow in following Christ more. I think the curriculum will grow. I think that like just the student body will grow. I think that we'll have so many more people. It's like anticipation almost. It's like waiting for all these great things to happen because we trust in God that these things will happen.
And I just love that I can come here and not think, wow, I have to go to school and it's going to be boring. I know that every day I go to school and something amazing is going to happen to me. And every day it does. Every day something amazing happens. Whether it's a smile from someone who hasn't smiled at me in a while, whether it's somebody coming up and giving me a hug. There are great things that happen in the small things of life that St. Ambrose really makes clear to me.
I've had my academic struggles. Like I said, I've struggled in math. I've struggled in science. And the teachers here are committed to helping me to be able to love and embrace God by excelling in my academics. They are all committed to helping me to be the best version of myself. It's kind of cliche, you hear that in society, but the best version of yourself is someone who is able to go to heaven. The best version of me is a saint, and my teachers are committed to try to bring me to sainthood.